Let's go ahead and call this meeting to order. Can I get everyone to stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we get a roll call, please, Russ?
Brandon Earl.
Here.
Andrea Kreipels.
Here.
Jason Newberry.
Here.
Jessica Seeliger.
Here.
Robert White.
Here.
Jim Yates.
Here.
Pat Zika.
Here.
Next up, I need adoption of the agenda.
I'll move to adopt the
Got a
agenda.
motion, can I get a second? Sorry. Got a second, all those in favor say aye. Aye. And opposed, same. Recognition of patrons and staff. First and only action item on this particular one is the revenue tax rate. Aaron, can you turn that?
Yes, so to start off this evening, we'll have our revenue neutral tax rate hearing for any members of the public that are interested in discussing or at least talking to the board about what the board published earlier this month on the revenue neutral rate. So it's available to the floor if anybody's interested. Come on up, sir.
Might as well do it first, probably want to get it over with anyway.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Good evening, everyone. You probably remember me from April, especially, where I got an opportunity to address this board about similar things. You might remember I used the phrase, I wanted to appeal to your consciences. Because after all, two things, we're neighbors. We're all neighbors. And we're not being neighborly, in my opinion, of course. This newspaper ran for 3 weeks with 6 pages of people who are struggling to pay their property taxes. I think it's like this every year. Is it 6 pages every year? I don't know. I know I'm new in town. I know I didn't grow up with anybody here. But I think that could be a plus sometimes because I'm kind of like an outsider looking in. And you need that. You need somebody outside looking in because otherwise there's a risk of tunnel vision. And I think that for far too long, not just this board, but our taxing authorities have looked at tax money the wrong way. The tax money belongs to us still. Even though you have it, it's still ours. I wish that could be adopted as a principle and a policy by all taxing authorities everywhere. It's still our money. And I couldn't be more blind after living here 4 years and being interested on how it's being spent. But there are symptoms of a dying town. And this town has those symptoms. There's a vacuum. People have not been attending board meetings. And the board's been operating in a vacuum. And I'm sorry about that. People should, these seats should be just as full every time you meet here. We have interest. And now you're in our pockets. And so you should answer to us for this. All I want to say is I've already sort of given my Christian testimony, and I believe that God is looking on this body, and He pleads the cause of the poor. And we have a lot of poor here who are going to lose their homes. If we just keep tax upon tax upon tax, you know, there are other governing bodies also exceeding R&R. And they'll be back next year probably too. Every year I see somebody exceeding R&R. So my appeal is to you to not do that tonight. I'm going to stay for the vote and we're going to, see how it goes. But the council of your trifecta, an outside body that's come here and waved this wand in here about all the good things about keeping people used to paying tax. I only sat in 2 or 3 of your meetings. and it's just blinding. I don't think we should do this, exceeding R&R. And I don't think the bond is that the council of the trifecta is not good at this time. And I wish you would consider that. We want our students to graduate thoughtful. We should be thoughtful. I've heard some people in this body, when this thing was being cobbled together and put together, I heard some people say, maybe we should listen to the people another time. They say, no, we already did the survey. Well, the survey was slanted. Everybody knows the survey was slanted. So that's all I have to say. I told you that I would campaign against this and the bond, and so that's what I'm having to do. But just remember, we're neighbors. I'm your neighbor, you're mine. Don't do this to us. It's not healthy and it's not what's needed. We could do our job as a school board without a bond. We could do our job very well without a bond. I'm just asking you to please consider it. You're elected officials. I respect you. And you need to represent us. Us. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Sorry, yes.
Yep, go ahead. You bet.
What's your name?
Adam Hatfield.
I've been speaking with you.
Okay.
Joseph Gould.
All right, nice to meet you.
So I've prepared a few documents here that I'd like everybody to take a look at. I've got some for the public and for the board. So I've been this last week taking a look at the advertisements and such that have been given to the public online.
Hey, hold on one
and-
sec. Hold on one
Sorry.
Can I
second.
get one more, sir?
Oh, yeah.
We can't, you can give it to him, but we can't talk about this. This is about the R&R, not the bond.
Oh,
There you go.
okay, so I thought that's what this meeting was for then. Okay.
No, so if anyone else wants to get up, we do have meetings for that,
Mhm.
listed at every elementary school.
Every school.
Every school, I should say, on Wednesday nights, there's different.
Okay,
you can go
so
to
I guess
any-
I do have something more towards that as well. So there is something towards that in here, so I guess,
Okay, cause yeah, this one right now is the R&R, so we can't do anything with bond.
okay, so on that sheet, it says, in your advertisement, it says that you would, for every school that's requesting financing, that you would have a meeting at each facility. Where is the Roosevelt meeting? That's the kind of things I'm looking to speak about tonight. I thought that's what this was for.
Okay.
However, the paper that you show me shows me 6 meetings where there's 7 facilities
So-
asking for funding.
Correct, so you can ask this, if you go to Washington, you can still ask about Eisenhower. It's not just per school. Now, if you'd like to walk through, I mean, we could walk you through any of them, any of these, and we can sort of make a meeting for the Roosevelt one too, but this is the R&R, we can't do anything with bond on this.
Okay, gotcha. I thought that's what this was for then.
It's funny you're asking for that though.
And you can definitely come to any of these and ask questions.
Absolutely.
It's just legally, this is the R&R meeting.
Okay, I guess,
Within
yeah, I
10
totally
minutes, there's another,
misunderstand.
there's 3 meetings tonight, that we're gonna start and stop. Just might not
So
know,
that-
I didn't even realize that, so you might make that clear as well.
You gotta go to the school for the bond.
At 6:10, we're gonna talk about budget, so it's just, we have to open and close meetings for separate things, which I didn't even catch till late.
If no one else is gonna speak out
I
loud.
thought the revenue, I thought the revenue neutral rate increase was the city. There's another one for
Yes,
the school
every
district as well.
taxing entity has an R&R.
Yeah, everyone.
Okay,
And so this is ours, and then we'll do our budget hearing after
I have
this.
a question. Is this R&R rate, it totally surprised me. But is that to pay off previous bonds? Is that to pay off the 17 million we still owe on bonds? Or is it gonna be, I know money's fungible, but is it providing?
The
you relief
current
to pay off
would be
bonds?
for what we have, and it'll pay off what we have. We cannot do anything with this bond until after the election. It's on the ballot so that you, the voters, can decide.
I would like to point out one other thing I had in my prepared statement here. Just as a friendly observation on your USD 353 bond issue page, the link to register to vote is broken. dor.ks.gov instead of kdor.ks.gov. Can you please correct that as soon as possible? Whether we're ayes or nays, we need to be registered to vote and to be counted.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention.
I want to thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak. My background is education. I got a degree early on, and then I homeschooled my kids, 8 children, and took me about 16 years. I've heard that it's been said that I can quote someone that they said that the school is the heart of the community. But I'm starting to wonder where the heart is. I don't understand how you guys can raise the R&R and then come back a couple of months later and then do what it is that I can't talk about that you're going to do at this meeting. It's not about how much money you have. It's about what you do with what you've got. Just from the outside looking in, you have 1,400 students and 7 buildings that you're trying to upkeep. I've heard that there are class sizes as small as 9. 9. Okay, as a educator, that seems small, even to get the best outcome out of the students. If you're going to have a class, there's a dynamic that happens with children. That's part of the beauty of public education. Is it the kids do better when there's a few more in there? And that also that all of the teachers in these classes are not accredited. Why can't you consolidate some of those students and make, not have so many buildings? I don't understand why you're doing upkeep on a building. Right out there it says you're going to put a new TPO roof on a building that you're getting ready to close. That's what the talk is in town, that you're going to close Washington, and yet you're doing upkeep on it. And I'm not trying to preach it, y'all. I know that your job is hard. I know it's difficult. I know you've got to make the budget work. But it's not just about budgeting. Everyone knows that budgeting is one thing, but it's all about the expenditures. How is the money being spent? Everybody has their responsibility. Students are supposed to work. Teachers are supposed to teach. Principals are supposed to keep order, and on it goes. But your job, I can't stand it when I hear about trust. What I voted for you guys to do was verify. Verify how those dollars are being spent. And when you don't want to share that with the public, when you want to charge, rates, when people want to spend that money, you've got to be open. So then when you come back and you want more money, after mistakes have been made with the roof in the building back in 2000, and then again in 2015, another mistake, big, expensive mistakes are being made, then you want me to pay more money. And this is not just a bond. This is an added tax, that tax on tax on tax. I don't mean to be emotional. I do care. I care about the kids. I care about the outcomes. And I know you guys have got to do what you've got to do. But you have got to think about this community. We have gone down. The population in our community has gone down since 2000, 20%, while the taxes goes up. Who's going to pay? Who's going to pay? Got to think about your kids. Got to think about all these kids. That's all I got to say. Appreciate what you guys are doing. You know I care because I'm here a lot. And I want to be supportive, but my responsibility is to let you know what I think. So I did it.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
With that, that in mind, I do believe a lot of my packet does have pertinent information for today's discussion, so if I may, or let Mr. Nunemaker here have his time if he'd like.
You get something to say?
I certainly do.
Go ahead.
So I'm doing the abridged version because, of course, this was not what I prepared for. I was born here in Wellington. My name is Joseph Gould. I was born here in Wellington. I was raised here through 6th grade. Then Medford and Caldwell took most of the rest of my school days. Whereas part of my senior project 24 years ago, sorry, that's about the bond issue about Chisholm Trail Drive-In Theater. However, what I would like here is. The information about expenditures here that I have in my document. It does mention that Wellington District School District is continually expending $20 plus million every year, accurate, I believe, and that there's data sets that show that money does not equal reciprocal increase in test scores, of which we are among the lowest in the state. Niche.com ranks USD 353. 63 out of 282 for enrollment, slightly above median size, whereas they are asking for 2 to 3 times, basically 2 times the amount of the Kansas median revenue per year, okay, or expenditures. They have expenditures in excess of 2 times the state median. National average for students per school is around 530 students per school. The average for elementary school students comes in a bit lower, around 480. The Kansas average is 386 students per school. Wellington Unified School District had 1,497 students during the 23 school year across 7 schools. This is an average of 214 students per facility, right. Half the state average.
Right.
Excuse me. So basically, all of this other is bond information other than the idea of the 7 facilities in a town of less than 1,500 students. How is that vital to a community? It's not vital. The word vital is defined as the necessity for the existence of a subject. Okay? How is 7 facilities vital to a community of 1,400 or less than 1,500 students? Washington School. It has been on the slate for either closure or repurposing as a preschool or daycare as far as what I've seen. So with this, I don't believe that should be a tax-funded repurposing, as well as, once again, 7 facilities being vital for a community of under 1,500 students. Washington, they have claimed that they need more space for adequate learning. Whereas an elementary school, K through 5th, has 6 rooms at minimum. That gives 14 students per room when they only accommodated 86 students in the 24-25 year. Okay. However, they have on record asked for more room and more space when they served 86 students. I don't understand that as critical or vital. And then the rest of this is basically bond information stuff. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good evening to all of you. I've been carefully coached not to be too derogatory, so I will sincerely attempt to do that. Okay, our school district, US 353, I'm sorry, but I'm really disappointed in the results, all right? I think you all think you're doing the right thing and you're working hard and you're trying to improve that, but my entire career in private industry, you know, we existed on results. You work hard, you do the right thing. If something isn't working, you change it and find out what you do to make it right. Does that make sense to anybody but me? Kansas Policy Institute says we get a D+ rating for 353. Really? This is my district too, okay? I pay taxes, I support it. I would like to see it do well. In fact, I think I don't know why they didn't do exceedingly well. I kind of wonder, how hard is it to teach math and science and composition and all that, not having done it other than coach my work crew, which I did pretty effectively. But I would really like to see you, if we're going to keep raising taxes, which I don't think is a good idea, to try to take a really critical look at it. Like the gentleman has said, do we have too many facilities? How are we stretched too far? Are our maintenance bills overrunning what we can afford to pay, and we need to cut back on our facilities? What do we need to do to be successful? Okay?
Yeah.
So I encourage you, please look at that. I want to see success. Again, this is my school district, my city, okay? I'm not here as the enemy. I'm here as someone who wants to see success, okay? Anybody have any comments they would like to share, or thank you for your time?
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Holly Wood Mayfield, and my husband and I moved here 19 years ago. When we came through the town, we saw, a super Walmart's being built, and oh wow, they're putting up a new high school. This place must be growing. And we bought a place, and he died shortly after, and I have seen business after business downtown fail, restaurant after restaurant fail. And I've worked with a lot of children, and I see them not being able to read, not being able to do math, being able to just figure out a phone and text 3 letters. I was a teacher. I taught in public school for 12 years. I taught in private schools for 4 years, and I also homeschooled my own children and taught them to read and do math before they entered school, because I knew the school was not going to do it. I subbed in those classes where the kids only got to the letter L by the end of the year. So there's something missing, and being involved in school boards over the years, I've heard people say, well, we need more money, we gotta have good teachers. Let me tell you, it does not take money to get good teachers. It takes people who love children and people who know more than that child. If you just know more than that child every day before you go to the classroom, you can teach them. And you know what? You can use outdoors, and you can use simple things to teach really valuable skills to children. We don't have to have stuff. There's too much stuff. And it sounds like, well, I've been involved for a long time, but I wrote something quickly because I didn't know how much time we would have, and I'd like to read it. In what neighborhood is it lawful for a neighbor to enter to one's home and take one's money or property?
Right.
Would you want to live there? Even if it's to help a poorer neighbor down the street? In what country is it lawful for the government to enter one's home and take money and property and take what is ours? There are countries that do that, and this one is one of them. Communism we used to fight against, but here in America, there are people in our government, which we the people formed. We the people, because that's what the Revolutionary War was all about, was about independence and about freedom. So people could have their property safe from the government, from a king that thought everything was his. And that's how our government is operating, that everything in this country belongs to the government, so we can take it whenever we want to make some new high school that doesn't even need to be there because there's not enough kids. It just looks nice. So I guess what we saw when we came here was a dream. It wasn't real. Wellington is not a thriving community. I'm not saying there aren't thriving people, but the community is dying and you have no right to reach into my pocket or anybody else's pocket and take what is mine for some other dream that doesn't work or for some mistake that was made. The people who made that mistake need to take the responsibility, not put it on the people by saying, we need to fix the mistake, we're taking more of your money. In what country is it lawful for public servants to steal from the pockets of their struggling constituents, employers, masters, and neighbors? Do unto others the same way we want done to us. Love others the way we want to be loved. That's what's lawful.
Is there anybody else that wanted to speak this evening?
I can say something.
Okay.
I can't see, but I can't read your nonsense or anything else, but I'm gonna say this, whether it has to do with your R&R, your bond or otherwise, you're gonna butt up against one of these days people that are tired of it and they're not gonna pay. And what are you gonna do with a bunch of houses and businesses and communities that are empty? There's a school district straight west of here that operates very efficiently. Very efficiently.
Once you come back in here.
And they don't need all this money.
Right.
They don't need all this nonsense,
No.
extracurricular activity crap.
Saying some good
We're more worried about sports than we are in education here.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of it. You want to see a community that's going in the ground? Where's the hospital at? How many did we used to have?
My truck, that's not a problem.
Hey,
Why don't
can you shut up?
here?
We used to have 2, didn't we? You can answer that, because I know. I've lived here all 50 of my years. We last had one in 2013. It's gone. It's time to wake up, people.
Yep.
Unless you want to write the check blank out of your account, we don't want to either. My property was thrown into a flood zone. And then all of a sudden, well, it's worth this much now. But we don't want to account for my property that's lost 13% because now it's in a flood zone. I didn't ask for it. You all as the leaders of this county and everywhere are the ones that done it. You ought to be paying that back to me. But no, I fight it. And what happens? We raise my income or my property value 10% 2 years ago. And now you're asking for another 10%. Where's my 13 that I'm owed for my loss of value in floodplain? I can't even get the taxes to pay for a new culvert across the road that causes flood damage in my building that I built to be dry storage. And what am I told? Well, I'm sorry, but we don't have anything to do with that. You can still store stuff in it. So here's where I see it at. If I can store my dry goods in a wet building, you can continue to teach and educate in a wet building without all the extras. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves for asking for anything. This school district, as far as I'm concerned, is the bottom of the barrel of Sumner County. And I've seen where there's a lot of people that are wanting to pull their kids out of the school district and take them elsewhere. There's a lot of people that's pulled them out and doing home education now because of this. So wake up, smell the roses, deal with it, suck it up and be adults.
Anybody else want to speak this evening? No? Good, okay. Okay.
So we're looking for a motion to approve the R and R.
So moved.
We got a motion. Can I get a second?
Hold on. If you're doing that, you have to say if you're exceeding the R and R in your motion.
Okay.
Are you voting now to raise or to approve the rate?
That's next on the agenda.
Next is your budget.
We're voting to exceed the R&R right now.
Yeah,
If that's what the motion is.
that's what the motion is. To exceed the R and R.
And that's because of the bond issue.
No.
No, I just asked Bob.
No.
I didn't think so, we just had that discussion.
No,
I just
it's
wanted to make it clear,
It's
Bob.
completely separate.
I just wanted to make it clear.
So we have a motion on the floor to exceed the R and R. I need a second.
Do you need to know how much?
I don't think.
It's just a yes or no vote.
Yeah.
Okay, so no second.
What's the alternative if it doesn't? If you don't do it?
We maintain what we have.
So the whole idea behind the R&R is you work off the same dollar
We'd
amount.
accept the same dollar amount as last year.
Dollar
If
amounts,
we don't.
yes. The mill levies would be adjusted to equal the same dollar amounts as last year.
And the only place where we're raising, we had this discussion in our last meeting. Oh, sorry, I just lost it on my computer. Where we were discussing raising is in the bond amount, correct?
You can't take it all from the bond.
No.
You have to
No, we
reduce
just said it
your
wasn't, had nothing to do with it.
LOB or your cap outlay too.
No, I'm sorry. Okay, there was talking over here.
Well, most of the mill rates are locked in by the state in calculation, right?
The general
Up to
fund,
general
general fund
fund.
is, yes.
So the only play you have is in capital outlay and maybe a mill or two in the bond outlay at best.
Cap outlay, we usually keep it around 8, so we're going from 7.5 to 8. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and
That's what I was saying, so what we discussed at our last meeting was the most substantial raise that we are discussing is going on bond and interest, which is our current bonds that we are still paying off that have already been approved. Going from 8 mils to 10, and then that's just going to allow us to pay those off earlier, correct? That's,
Yeah, I think that's right.
everything else is
But
But
if you reduce to 2 mills and sell extra to pay it off early, you're still not gonna be revenue neutral. It'll reduce the amount over, but it won't get you to revenue neutral
Correct.
without additional cuts. So that would have to come, and so you can't cut the bond anymore, you can't make payments. So the only place you could really cut would be in the capital outlay,
and we can't cut.
and that's. So to me, you could reduce the excess, but you cannot eliminate it. At this point, I don't know, there's another way to do it, if my understanding is correct.
And you could exceed, if you say exceed, but in your budget, you can say, we want to bring this down for the bond if you choose to.
Correct. It's
Yeah,
setting
so
the
you,
cap.
yeah, yes. So you could exceed to keep your cap outlay and your LOB exceeding the R&R, but then you say, I don't wanna exceed the bond and interest. Or, that you wanna keep it at whatever you wanna keep it at, that's your.
And it's worth saying that last year, this rate is more what it was, what our bond and interest was 2 years ago, correct?
For the last.
We lowered it last year, and so we're really just going back up to what it was 2 years ago.
Correct.
Mill levy wise.
Mill
Not
levy
dollar-
wise.
Mill
not
levy,
dollar wise.
yeah, mill
Mill
levy
levy
wise.
wise.
I think that with anything on that bond and interest line, it's gonna be very confusing to folks with the bond issue being on the ballot. My opinion.
Cause it'd be hard to distinguish which is which from you.
Yeah,
We
I
have-
kind
And we're
of,
raising the bond and interest even 2 mils, and I understand why we're doing it.
so
We couldn't talk about the
that has,
bond,
that has
No.
raised
so
a
you
question.
should
not-
take that off the record.
Well, let me
No,
actually, if
Sir,
I
that's
may,
not talking about the bond issue, I'm talking about,
Yeah, you are.
existing bonds.
I'm talking about
Existing bond
existing
indebtedness, I
bonds.
understand,
Yeah.
existed bond indebtedness.
could you
Yes.
explain?
So I do have a question on that. If you're adjusting current bond indebtedness and then, soon to be asking us for another bond, how is not relative to the two subjects are connected? You're now asking to make adjustments to currently active bond indebtedness.
Payments on.
Payment.
Okay,
Payments
understood,
on those
understood,
notes
but
that are already
there was a
there.
mention of a difference in interest rate that was gonna be incurred because of this, was there not? You
I
mentioned
s-
something
I said
increasing
nothing
levies,
about,
or
I said
increasing-
nothing about interest rates, sir.
increasing mills, okay? You said you did say something about interest rate, you did.
It's hard to
hear everything you
You
guys.
did
I
say
did
something
not-
about
I know
interest rate.
nothing about the interest rate of these old, so for me to say
Okay.
interest rate, that did not come out of my mouth.
Okay,
Please
we
do
will
not
look
put
at the
words in my
recording and
mouth.
it did.
Somebody said
I did not say the
something
words interest rate.
Somebody-
Someone said there would be some
It's
change in
called-
interest.
It's called
bond and interest.
Down here, the
Okay,
line is
bond
called
and
bond
interest.
and interest. I
Okay.
did not mention an interest rate.
Okay, so
I
there's
mentioned
a
the
change
line
in
on
mill
the
levy,
back-
there's
on
a
the-
change in mills. There's a change in mills that's being applied to current bond indebtedness, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so how is that not relative? How does that not make the two subjects relative?
Because it's addressing the current
I understand, so that what we are currently paying, if I may, the current bond indebtedness is part of the soon to expire bond, is that correct? The soon to expire bond that you're looking to continue, that I'm not supposed to be talking about, okay?
No,
The
that's
the
not-
bond
no, no,
indebtedness,
no.
you are currently bond indebted through Go Bonds, okay? And you're looking to ask us for more, but now you're making adjustments, or looking to make adjustments, and I'm just looking to understand. You said increase or decrease mills, I heard the word interest, so that's why I am interested at this point in how the two subjects are not related. Because I understand that this is a vote to increase the beyond revenue neutral rate. However, if that is also going to affect current bond indebtedness against the current Go bonds that you do have of our money, how is that not relative?
Like,
You're making adjustments to the current bond
exact
indebtedness.
words were that we needed to keep
But this
neutral
is
so that it
the
would
new
be
bond that
separate.
we're gonna vote on.
I understand, however,
We can't
you
talk
are
about
making,
that.
right now, this is a question, you've mentioned changes to current bonds, the bond indebtedness, and that is a relative fact to you asking for a perpetual or asking for a new bond once this one expires, okay? So making changes to the current one is certainly relative for you asking for another one
And
in
I think
consecutive.
that was my point that I was trying to make. But
You're not allowing us to cross the line, but you're going to.
no, that's not at all. I
So
don't
what
think anyone was
adjustments-
listening to what I actually said. You're
the
taking my words
specific-
out of.
Sorry,
You
the
are
specific
twisting
question.
my words.
If I
I
can,
said,
I'm
what
not
is,
twisting
you're not
anything.
allowing me to speak.
Okay, go ahead.
So,
Are you gonna
proposed-
speak or am I gonna wait for you?
Okay,
I just said go ahead and you had
and
a
I'm
moment of
gathering
pause.
myself because you won't let me gather my thoughts. So if you
Okay,
could please
gather
give me
your
one
thoughts.
Take the time
moment.
to gather your thoughts.
Thank you,
That's-
sir.
Public
Yeah,
hearing
the
is
public,
closed.
yeah, no more, yeah.
What I was saying was, what we have proposed here is increasing the mills by 2, from 8 to 10.
pardon me, the question isn't the mill levy, it's tax revenue.
Okay,
Are you raising
But what
tax
we're-
revenue?
hold on, let us
The mill
talk.
levy is a fallout of
The
what you
public
voted.
forum's done, let us talk and so we can kind of figure this out.
The tax revenue is the issue.
We can't hear everything you guys are talking about, we're just catching bits and pieces.
I get it, but
Speak up.
we'll speak up.
So the question that I have, we're looking at last year, the mill levy was at 8. We're looking at increasing it to 10, according to the proposal. Is that correct?
On what line? Just
On the bond and interest, which is what it is called. I'm
Correct.
not naming an interest rate.
To line 62.
correct.
On line 62. What I was stating was that in my personal opinion, I feel like if we raise that now, I understand the thought behind doing it. I feel like if we are raising it now, I think it will cause confusion when it comes to the current bond issue. And I don't feel right raising this too, although I understand the reasoning behind it, and then turning around and asking for another.
Yes.
Yes. If you would have let me say that to begin with, I would have appreciated it.
Okay, I still have questions, but at this point, I've been told to shut up, so.
Not like that.
Yeah, not in such harsh words, I get it, but still, same sentiment.
May I have a question?
No.
You say no?
We had our time.
Yeah, we had our time.
Public comments are over.
Is that fair to all the people in town? I mean, your guys are a few. We're leaving this up to you to say yes or no. But shouldn't the people in this town have a say?
Okay, you had a chance to talk,
Well, I
I'm listening
apologize.
to him, so he can talk.
so.
I can't read his lips. If he wants to talk, he's welcome.
All right, so we have an action item. We had a motion that did not go through. Obviously, we didn't get a second. So we either remake a motion or we move on.
Can we, based on what Jessica said, and I agree, if we restored that current mill rate that we have budgeted at 10 back to where it would cover the existing bonds with no early payoff, that would put it somewhere around 8, if it was recalculated to get the exact number.
7.821.
If we do that, then I think a motion to exceed the R&R, I would make. That's probably all you can do with the current budget. And then hopefully throughout the year, we can manage the budget and maybe we don't spend that much.
It's currently at 8, correct?
It's currently at 8, but the revenue neutral rate is 7.821. So the same dollars to be generated is at 7.821.
But everybody's property tax value went up, so.
That's why
Isn't
that's
that
why the
gonna-
mill levy dropped, is because the property value went up, so it generates the same amount of dollars. So
Either way.
it's R&R, it's neutral.
It's going up again this year.
But that's not something we have control over.
So you can make that motion.
Okay, I'll make a motion to restore the mill levy for the existing indebtedness to the actual amount needed to retire those bonds.
I think it's either exceed or not exceed for this hearing,
I
and
can't
then,
combine those.
and then the next one for
Next.
budget is
Okay.
you can say, we want
Okay.
to approve the budget, but we want it at this.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yes or no on exceed, and then it goes to budget next.
So is it better to make a second and then the vote be no, or just no?
We
still have to exceed it,
I was,
right?
yeah,
We
we're
still
still
have to
exceeding
exceed
it,
it?
aren't you guys?
We're still exceeding it in other ways.
Yeah.
And the other two, they'll be correct. It'll be. I already went to the next one, sorry.
You're gonna be, if 10 mills brings in $86,000, if you take 2 off, you're gonna you're gonna have $170-some thousand off the total amount you're gonna exceed.
Still a little low, yeah. On cap outlay, we're still, cap outlay, which we always do the highest on
Mhm.
cap outlay. That doesn't mean that we spend it. Doesn't mean that we actually,
No, it doesn't.
If you've got it, you'll spend it, you know that,
You spend it.
sorry.
Okay, so we need a motion to either approve.
so we've already got a motion and a second on the floor to exceed.
There was no second.
No,
there was no second.
There was no
Okay.
second.
So it died for lack
So
of.
it died, yes.
So we have to do that.
Yes.
We gotta get to the budget, so.
So adjourn the
Right.
meeting.
So I'll make a motion to exceed the revenue neutral.
Okay.
So we get to the budget.
To exceed,
Yes.
Exceed, yeah.
Because we're
Okay.
exceeding
We can't do anything here.
places.
We need to do it in the budget, right? Okay.
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor to exceed. I need a second.
Second.
We got a second. All those in favor say aye.
I need a roll call vote.
Okay.
Brandon Earl,
Yes.
Andrea Kreifels,
Yes.
Jason Newberry,
No.
Jessica Seeliger,
Yes.
Robert White,
Yes.
Jim Yates,
Yes.
Pat Zika.
No.
5-2.
So this meeting's adjourned.
There's just nothing we could do, right? There's no way to not exceed it.
This next one.
Yeah. So you just voted to raise the rate?
Yep.
You're going to 10%?
No.
No, now we're going to our budget. We voted to exceed, but now we go into the budget, we can make some corrections.
You voted to exceed.
Voted to give us the authority to exceed. We haven't exceeded anything yet until the
They can
budget's
pump
passed.
however much more money into it if they want at this point, right?
Okay, so the next meeting, we ready?
Take a break.
No, keep going.
Going to call this meeting to order and get a roll call.
Brandon Earl,
Here.
Andrea Kreifels,
Here.
Jason Newberry,
Here.
Jessica Seeliger,
Here.
Robert White,
Here.
Jim Yates,
Here.
Pat Zika.
Okay, the adoption of the agenda.
So moved.
Got a motion, can I have a second?
Second.
A second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Recognition of papers and staff.
Nobody signed up this evening. We do have our budget hearing, so if members of the public are interested in speaking about the budget itself, past the R&R, then it is open to the public. If anybody wants to talk about the budget.
There's your chance to talk about the budget.
I'm gonna say, the way I see it, they've done got it locked in. They're gonna pass it no matter what.
Nobody's talking.
Nobody's
Okay.
talking.
Kinda like the city council, 6 guys rules this town.
All right.
People.
So our first action item and only action on this one is the budget.
I would like to lower that bond and interest rate. I know I think it's the right thing to do.
I agree.
To the revenue neutral rate?
Yes.
To whatever rate it takes to pay that off timely. I mean,
To the revenue neutral rate, 10, yeah.
yeah, but
It's
it's
7 point.
on that line, yes.
Anyone else have anything on the budget or someone's motion?
So what's the change that we're making? Are we making a change?
So that change
Reducing
would
that
be
from 10 to 8, somewhere in there, 2 points, 2 mils.
So
7.8.
Seven point-
that we raised it, we voted for R, we're doing this.
We're still
We're
gonna see,
correcting that one, the others will still
right, but in total, we're still gonna see the R&R right now.
Just by
If
the
we spend it.
nature of an R&R, it's going to increase because property values increase and the dollar amounts change because we have to levy the mills that we have to levy. So by lowering it down to the 7.8, that's the best we can do to bring that back down. But we have to exceed the R&R just because property values increase. I mean, it's just gonna happen. It's just the way it works.
In the state, we have to do 20 mils for general fund. I mean, so with property values going up,
We'll automatically exceed it. There's nothing we can do about it.
It is exempt. The
Yeah,
general
the general
fund,
fund's exempt.
general fund is exempt. It doesn't
That's what-
matter
it don't
what
matter.
property
So it's
rates
gonna
are,
show.
but your LOB and your cap outlay,
Right.
those are where you guys are still possibly exceeding. Even if you take your bond and interest down.
So it's really just those three.
Yes.
So what other wiggle room do we have? And
The only other taxable ones are supplemental, general, and capital outlay. Correct? Went up 100,000 on supplemental general and it's not even 50,000 on capital outlay.
You know, that's the line you can't control.
Yeah, that's it.
Like Andrea said, it's
So-
a
I mean, we
mistake.
could, but
So with Jim's recommendation, if we drop it back down to 7.82, that'd basically be going up by $150,000. Right? If I'm doing
About
that
107 over
rough math,
170 some, yeah.
not counting the general fund, which is
Which is automatic.
automatic.
From the state, yep.
And leaving the bond and interest as revenue.
so I'll make the motion that we amend the proposed budget to change the bond and interest one line to 7.8 mils. And approve the rest as presented.
So leave it revenue neutral.
I'll
So
second,
7.821.
7.281, right.
I'll second that.
Okay, so a motion and
Right, you said 7.8 and they're saying 7.821.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Whatever it calculates.
Okay,
Right.
so I will amend that to 7.821.
Yeah,
I think you guys still have to approve the budget with this
with the
change.
changes.
Correct.
With the change, yeah.
So
Just
that's
so it
what
says
I,
that, yeah.
That's what you just said, right?
that's what I just
Yeah.
made the motion for, right?
yeah.
I'll restate it.
And-
I'm making the motion that we approve the budget, amending the bond and interest one line to 7.821 mils, keeping the rest as presented.
And I'll second again.
Okay,
Let's do a roll call vote here.
Okay.
Brandon Earl,
yes.
Andrea Kreifels,
yes.
Jason Newberry,
Yes.
Jessica Seeliger,
Yes.
Robert White,
Yes.
Jim Yates,
Yes.
Pat Zika.
Yes.
7-0.
Thank you guys.
Okay, so this meeting is adjourned and now we're going into our regular board meeting. We need a call to order, please, or roll call. Yes.
Brandon Earl,
Here.
Andrea Kreifels,
Here.
Jason Newberry,
Here.
Jessica Seeliger,
Here.
Robert White,
Still here.
Jim Yates,
Here.
Pat Zika.
Here.
Okay, the adoption of the agenda.
Move to approve the agenda as submitted.
Got a motion, can I get a second?
Second.
Got a second, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed?
Property value estimate.
Recognition of patrons and staff.
Yes, so Zach Barker is here this evening, to visit with the boards.
One second.
Sorry, Zach.
Welcome, Zach.
You need to get, what do you call it? Microphone, so everybody can hear what they're all saying.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that.
Just talking to themselves.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
That's true.
I'm Zach Barker, class of 2001. These are all alumni too from Wellington. We're here today to propose the Wellington High School football field be named after legendary teacher and coach at Wellington High School, John Gifford. For 44 years, he influenced thousands of students and athletes in our community, both in the classroom and on the field. He was recently inducted to the Crusader Wall of Fame in the spring of 2005, and this coming December is going to be inducted to the Kansas Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame. We as a community think it's time to honor him the same way the state has, or is in December. In just a few short days, we've got over 500 signatures. We collected and supported this proposal. Gifford and his wife, Jeannie, who married in 1967, raised their 4 children in our community and continue to reside in Wellington today. Gifford started teaching at Wellington Junior High in 1970. In 1973, he started coaching and teaching Wellington High School. Over the course of 20 years, Gifford taught government, American history, physical education, eventually becoming the school counselor at WHS, retiring in 2014. Gifford coached football, boys and girls basketball, wrestling, track, and golf. Gifford coached Wellington High School football from 1973 to 2014, acting as the head coach for 1 season. During his tenure as football coach, Gifford was part of 6 state titles. 3 of them were 6 state title games, 3 of them ending in the state championship. We're hoping to get something done this fall, maybe honoring him in a home football game. His health isn't the greatest, so we're hoping to do something as soon as we can, if you guys are for it. And I got some articles and signatures and stuff here. If you guys could take a look at it.
Sure, thank you.
You guys got anything?
That's good. What's that all?
All right, thank you for the time.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So who would want to do that?
What?
If we would want to discuss that, do we need to?
Yeah.
Just add it to the next agenda.
Yeah.
So this is it?
Can
For
we?
the next one.
Next one.
October
Will
agenda?
that be enough time?
I think the last home game's the 18th, I might be wrong.
Is it?
I can't.
October 18th.
I think there was time to have a meeting and then.
Is Ellie here somewhere?
Yeah.
I got
Ellie.
that.
Ellie.
I double checked the policy.
And
I
doesn't
double
it say
checked policy.
we can do
Don't
it
try to hide.
anytime we
Don't
want
try to
to,
hide.
but something about.
I was not
10 years.
hiding. I think it just.
Policy
says-
FC, I looked it up today.
Which one?
When's the last home
FC,
football game?
FC.
Is 17th, October 17th,
What about KG?
against Roselle. What is that? Not that the
Sorry.
opponent matters, but yeah, 17th. Homecoming's the 3rd. Labette is the 26th of September.
When we play for home.
Augusta. That I do know.
FC.
I have the policy somewhere here.
Yeah, the board does have a policy on this that you'll want to revisit.
FC.
What's that?
FC.
That's the one that I found.
The board will consider requests from school and community groups to name an athletic or other school activity, facility, building, or portion thereof for a person, provided the proposed name has special significance and/or the person has made an outstanding contribution to the school or school system. The board shall consider naming requests after they are recommended by the superintendent.
That's
So
what
what
I thought
about
it
the
said.
permanent memorial for deceased students or staff shall be limited to?
So that, we're okay with what.
Where?
No, but that's living.
That's
So
Memorial.
that's for a memorial. He's still living.
He's still living.
That's what I'm getting at.
Oh,
That's what the holdup has been in the past, which I didn't necessarily agree with, but that's been the holdup in the past.
That's for a memorial or something.
It's
That's
under
not-
the same policy, FC, for facilities and memorials.
Just
Like I said, I don't necessarily agree with it, but that's the policy. That's been the interpretation of the policy, let's put it that way.
So it could be,
Yeah, the board could amend the policy.
we could amend the
If it chose
policy. I why when I read that 100%, I knew that was in there, the 5-year thing.
Okay,
Yes,
so-
you did, but I thought, I missed it this time, I thought it was changed.
Yeah.
So we can amend that, you have to be bid.
Or
Doesn't
maybe,
say
I
that.
mean, this board may interpret it different, that's fine.
It doesn't say that.
I know, I didn't see that, but
I thought there was a policy that said you couldn't name it until the person had been deceased for 10 years.
holy
I
cow,
don't know
nobody
what
knows
that
them by
is.
then.
I think that's what it used to be. It changed.
Is it out?
Do you remember that? Adam and I talked about it in the library.
I remember at one time you had to be dead, I don't remember 10 years, I can't remember 5, but it was 10, but. Yeah, that's KSB's recommendation, and so as we would know, we would know more as to what is appropriate for our needs. So,
You can adapt policy for your community. Choose to.
Well, it's completely and absolutely appropriate. He has, made a bigger footprint in this town than anybody I know. It's a profound, example for all 3 of my kids. They all think he walks on water. So like I say, I think
if you see the signatures, I haven't seen them all, but they extend
20 years
back,
plus,
yeah.
yeah.
And all that's available, Zach left that.
Yeah, he's a great guy,
I
so
went to
yeah,
KG.
it probably
This
is appropriate.
also
Yes.
KG.
Last night, Friday at the football game, I could see him walking up the crow's nest in the rain, just like it was. I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that thing was dangerous.
Just climb pole.
Yeah, climb up that pole.
So I'm not seeing I'm not seeing that we need a policy change.
Interpretation. I mean, it's underneath the headline of memorials, is the way I read it.
No. You have to go back on
I guess
on
I'm
the
seeing it as a
website.
separate thing.
Okay,
Um,
I mean, naming a facility wouldn't be a memorial to him?
Memorials if you're dead.
well, it says memorial service. Memorials, placing designated primary,
Where do you find
Like I
the
said, I'm
not
fine
serve
with
as a main venue.
Where's Zach at?
Andrea, where do you find the policies on the
Along with,
website?
signatures.
So you have to
Permanent
click
memorials
on-
for deceased students and staff shall be limited in the form of.
Click on district, and then
Permanent
district
memorials,
home,
this is before option C.
and then Board of Education.
I don't see them as connected at all.
And then policies, master manual.
This is if you have a funeral, this is to have
I have
like
read
a
Go to district
memorial
home.
shrine kind of thing, right?
So again, timeline.
Do we need to,
Need to move.
well, that's what I'm thinking, do we need to have legal clarify that for us?
No, because it's a policy
just-
that we can
It's a
change.
policy you can change.
We can
Okay.
change
I would
policy.
say, I don't even think that the policy needs change personally, I think we could do it. So do we add that, do we amend the agenda, add it now, do we have a special meeting, do we have it in October? Those
We
are our
could,
options.
if we could do it now, we'd give them time to plan something
I
cool.
don't even think we need an agenda. I move that we name the football field after John Gifford.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Good job, coach.
Well done.
Who seconded that? Was it? Did
I don't know.
There were
About
multiple.
3 of them did over here.
They were jumping at it.
That's over here.
And then do you want,
So we put something together for that last
I was gonna
football
say,
game?
the last football game, is there kind of thoughts there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was because
Or homecoming.
if we
For homecoming?
didn't decide.
Or is there too
until
much
the
at
last-
homecoming?
There's not a ton, honestly, at homecoming. I mean, you'd have a lot of class reunions come back.
That's what
If
that's why I'm
you-
thinking, that's a great weekend for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, yeah, and sometimes I can just talk to officials and say, hey, we've got our homecoming and we have this special recognition. And they're usually lenient on some time during halftime. We can also do it
Do we-
before the game.
I was gonna say before
Yeah.
the game, cause we do coordination halftime, right?
Yes. We could do it before the game, for sure. Yeah, we could put something together for homecoming.
But you might not have, you do things before the game, like senior night, which is right before the game. There's just not people in there yet.
I think if you advertise this though,
Yep.
I think,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
you say we're going to, you know, recognize him and honor him and give him this, I think you'll have plenty of people
Yeah.
line the
Could it
stands.
be done, be done to change the recorder, or is that asking for too much?
That's kind of a lot there, yeah.
Okay.
If we were the NFL, absolutely, we get it done, but no, that's kind of asking a lot there.
Okay.
But I think before the game, if you do it 6:30 or even 6:40, I mean, you would get enough people in there that wanna watch the kickoff and do it all. I mean, it would be a pretty smooth running operation, for sure. You just have to let the other team know, but yeah. There, we could do that. Okay, homecoming?
Work your magic.
Alright, we'll get it started. I like it. Well done.
Thank you, Ellen.
You're welcome.
All right, first up, discussion item. Oh, we didn't have any, yeah, let's do the bond issue update.
Yes, all right. Brett, Shelley, you guys have been patient. Appreciate it.
I'll try to make this really short for you. So just to give you a little update on how the distribution of information related to the bond is going. I think you've been in the schools, you've probably seen the big display boards. Now we'll be able to provide tax information, so that will be on a supplemental display board that will get sent to the printer here within the next few days, just as soon as I get the official numbers from your bond advisor. So that'll go out, also planning like a trifold handout that will be available for distribution at the community events, or at least most of the community events. We may not make the first one just because of timing and the printing. So we'll get that out. I think mail outs have probably hit mailboxes by now about the community meetings that you're having. I know we were just planning a series of stories in the newspaper to, just make sure that you're getting news coverage, and social media campaign will begin shortly, which really is just putting out the same information that you're already seeing, but just in little snippets for social media. So that's the update. Everything's going on schedule. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
I have a question. I just had a lot of people, it says concession stand, is it concession stand for the track or the football field? Cause that even got me confused.
Both.
I thought it's an
I think there was
I
an
know that, I
alternate.
know both are needed, but I just
Yeah.
wanted to be
There's
sure.
an option for
At the track, it was definitely there. At the football field, the board talked about an option of
Okay.
keeping the current concession, it depended on budget dollars,
Yeah.
keeping the current concession stand and just building restrooms and a pro shop type thing,
Yeah.
or moving the whole
Hopefully,
thing
yeah.
over to one side of the stadium so people don't have to go to one
Yeah, I
side.
just wondered.
So I think both options were, Miranda had both options available. Video, did you mention anything?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're
Yes, the video is under production right now. We did filming of it last week. And I would guess that probably a week from tonight, you'll be, at least, it will be to the district for them to review before that actually gets released. And that'll be part of the social media, and also going out for all the channels that I discussed, so it's just another little tool that you'll have.
Somebody gonna get back with the measurement of the bleachers at the track?
Pardon me?
Measurement.
What was the question?
I think Miranda was going to.
Yeah.
I think
Are you
it's.
Miranda?
I am not
Yeah.
Miranda.
No.
I am Shelley. Sorry, I should have introduced myself again.
Okay, no, I'm sorry, I don't, I have Alzheimer's, yeah, I was just asked last month about
The
the
current
track and
Okay.
where, how much
I'll email that out to
to
you
the,
guys. I'll
remember
find
to
out.
the, kind of by the finish line, over the, where the finish line is, how much that would be. You understand.
On that side, yeah. I think so. If not, I'll call you, but yeah.
Okay. I'm
If you've seen
sorry.
that, we can
No,
put
no
that out.
problem.
Little comment there,
I didn't hear.
You guys got any other questions?
Yeah, any other questions?
All in all, I think everything's going well. So, got any comments, concerns, be sure to let us know, let Adam know, call us.
Okay.
We'll get it fixed, we'll figure it out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Shelley. Thanks.
All right, next up, the FFA National Convention travel request.
So moved.
You learn quick.
You do, really do sit down. So moved. But we didn't get a second, so.
I think you did. We have a couple
Yeah, you
things
did.
on here, so.
Okay, yeah.
I know.
I'm gonna make them
First one is,
miss-
and while she's passing these out, the first one is just to go on the trip out of state to Indianapolis. So real quick to kind of, and I'm gonna jump around a little bit, so forgive me for that. They're not necessarily in the order that I put them on the sheet. We are planning on taking 3 drivers this year, or 3 chaperones. Part of that is Miss Williamson is going to be, she's a national FFA ambassador this year, teacher ambassador. And she's been asked to give a, professional development, session, workshop, on Wednesday. And so, it's gonna be kind of, we're trying to figure out how, if we were to do something else on Wednesday other than, be at the convention center, we'd have 9 kids and trying to get them all meandered around, 9 to 10 kids, because we've got a 10th kid that's sitting on the fence until the end of this week. Kind of looking at it's kind of hedging towards 9 students. So we have asked Tammy Bradbury. I don't know if she is, I don't know if she's salaried or if she's classified. I don't know her picture.
She's certified.
Is she? Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, so she's gonna be our other driver. We have already asked, and she's checked with Charity if she can go, and Charity's, yeah. So we would have the 3 drivers. That would also allow us to trade off and on, because the drive out there, it's 12 hours out there and, 12 hours home, and so it's a lot. So it would allow us to kind of just take a little bit of a break in the 2 vehicles. So I guess first is to travel out of the state with our 3 people and 2 vehicles. That's one thing. The next thing is the cost of rooms and that. And after listening to all this tonight, we were sitting back there. We were like, well, we've kind of got that, and we can try to budget it, and we can try to do some more fundraising and pay for the hotel. So our big thing is fuel. If you guys would cover the fuel for the 2 vehicles, which if we exceed and go over $1,000 for the 2 vehicles, then we'll take that. So that's what we're asking for, is $1,000 in that. The big one too is, and this is just kind of I've been trying to kind of get with Leslie and Darcy on this, is we got a credit card for me to be able to use whenever we're going and doing all of this. The bad thing is that on September 17th, all of the tickets that we need to get for registration, rodeos, it all goes on sale at 5:00. I have to log into my FFA account and be on there and go into a waiting queue. If you've ever gotten concert tickets, you get into the queue and you sit there and you circle of death until you finally, get your opportunity to put in. We've got thousands of teachers across the entire country that are all sitting there at their computers. It's like everybody has it marked. When I talked to Leslie and Darcy, they were like, well, Leslie's like, well, what time is this? Okay, well, I'm gone at 5:00, but I'm like, if I wait till the next day, we will not be doing the things when we want to do them and how we kind of have them scheduled. So I guess I asked that I can use that card to be able to do that. I've done it in the past, many, many moons ago, when I first got the card. So I know what my budget is and I stay inside of it. So I just asked for that ability to be able to do that.
Why would that be a problem? I mean, you should always be able to use it if it's your funds, and I know we used to use those.
Their travel cards is the only time we do it for travel. But this was not an issue for this trip, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
Leslie told me that she would come down and stay there with me until it was all done.
We can make it work for this, it's not.
Okay.
It's more the other ones we were talking about.
Okay. So,
Anyhow, that was my thing, cause I was like, I wanna be able to use it, because
We
it's
just have
kind
to
of
make
a.
sure you have your limits where you come with us
Yes.
and we'll check your limit.
Why did that change? I'm just curious that we, and then,
I don't know if it's when the travel policy started, cause they're travel cards.
We've always had the travel policy though, on
I don't,
out of town.
I know Stephanie had made the travel policy when she was down here, so.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
okay, so we could be with that, could go back to hopefully.
So we're
Okay.
good to go?
That's,
So 1,000 in gas, I did the math real quick and that's, he's right, like 900, so.
And I went and took the average, I went to AAA and got the national gas average, so that's where I came up with the 319 per gallon.
Yeah, I did 3.
And
Yeah,
then
'cause
the
I thought that's
Suburbans
how it
are
was
really pretty good, cause that's what we've got is 2 Suburbans to kind of, it's the luggage. I would love to be able to take the transits because, but there's no luggage space in those and I am not driving that trailer. To Indianapolis.
Oh, that big old thing?
Yeah.
Just the little Crusader trailer.
Oh, that's a big old thing.
That thing is, no, it is so lightweight.
Yeah.
Oh, it bounces back there behind, it's it's horrible. I won't even take it to Hutch, I'm like, what can I do to not have to take big projects? You know, how many trucks can I fit them in? So I guess that's where we're at. These guys have been researching, they can tell you a little bit about what they want to go see.
Yeah, so me personally, National Convention, I'm excited to go see everyone at the conference. So in that room, I've seen pictures. It's thousands and thousands of FFA members. Not all of them are even in there, and I'm just excited to see that many people and go see all the things.
I think it's a great way for us to make connections and help leadership opportunities too, and get connections all throughout the United States, not just in Kansas, not just Sumner County or the South Central District, just everywhere. And it helps us with educational opportunities too, that we can go and see and learn about different things that we might not be able to just hear.
There's lots of things I'm excited to see, particularly we're doing a reunion with the Washington DC thing. I was able to go to DC this summer for FFA thanks to you partially, so thank you. They do a reunion so we can meet with our advisor, chaperone, and talk about some of the things we're doing, or that we want to do, so that's what I'm excited about.
She's excited that she gets to get her presentation to everybody. I'm just driving.
Awesome.
So yeah, so there's that. This kind of gives you a little bit of idea of what, what the kids are putting into it in order to go. Food, that kind of stuff. So that's in a nutshell.
Do you guys have questions for us?
Great opportunity.
Yeah, just the networking and like you said, just opportunities.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
What is it, between 80 and 100,000 FFA members in
It's
downtown
getting-
Indianapolis? It's amazing.
Yeah.
They fill up the Colts Stadium. It's a pretty cool
Where
opportunity.
was it last year? Because you usually go.
It's been, so we started going every other year, just because fundraising is so difficult to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we started going every other year, that way we didn't have to depend upon the school district to pay for a lot of extra things. And so with us going every other year, it's been in Indiana, and it's gonna be in Indianapolis, Indiana, till 2033.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so, yeah, I would love for it to go back to Kansas City.
But there's physically not enough hotel space, or even space to fill. Like Arrowhead is 70,000 seats. It's not enough for it to fill. Even
Oh,
too
wow.
many FA members go to it. So
Louisville was pretty neat.
Louisville was amazing. I absolutely loved going to Louisville. In fact, that's, if you looked at the different tickets, the Kentucky Derby Museum and Louisville Slugger Museum, one of the days, and this is why we have second driver, because we're not sure if it's gonna work for Wednesday or Thursday yet. But one of the days we're gonna drive down to Louisville and go to those places, because even though I love a lot of the things around Indianapolis, when we start driving to Elk Farms and we start going to some of the different ones, we're driving at the same distance as we would drive to Louisville. And at least in Louisville, it's like, it's there, it's all, a couple blocks away from each other, and then we're back, so.
it actually cuts down the mileage, which is crazy.
So I move to approve the FFA National Convention travel request.
Okay, second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Congratulations.
All right, we'll see you in a
Have
month for
fun.
the next one. Not joking.
Thank you.
Thank you guys, good job.
All right, next up, WHS early graduates.
Yes, in your packet is a list of students that are requesting to complete. I should say early completers, not early graduates, but that's my fault. So they would complete in December. They would still walk in May, be a part of their class, all those things. They would just choose the students who have chosen in the spring to either go to work or start their college career, et cetera. And so they apply to complete early. So they just don't go to classes in the spring and are done with their credits. So those are the students that are there for the board. That goes for board approval.
Move to approve the early completers as presented.
We got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Next up, preliminary enrollment number.
Yes, put in your packet for September, the preliminary enrollment numbers. I have a document. I put together 10 years of data when I first became superintendent. Keep on adding to that document. So it's up to 16 years now. Gives you a good solid look back on what our numbers have done over time, which I think also really plays into some of the other discussions we're having as far as student populations across the district. And the classes that we have enrolling for the last several years, and some of the topics that I've brought up as superintendent that have been difficult topics. And so it really gives you a snapshot of all those years and where things are at and where we need to head. And so, those are preliminary. In October, after the September 20th count, I will bring back the official count. And so you'll be able to see that next month, but I just wanted to get these in your hands, so when you're getting the famous question that we all get this time of year, is enrollment up, is enrollment down, then you have all that information available to you. So we will turn that red column to black next month.
Anyone have any questions on that?
Technically, we picked up 15 somewhere, so that's pretty good so far.
See, the high school, what was the enrollment when the high school was built? You don't have it back that far, do you?
I don't.
Was it built in 14?
No, it was
Oh, yeah, it was pretty.
2000.
2004, 04, 05 was the first class to
Right.
graduate there, I believe, so.
04, 05. Because from 2010, 11, you're down about 270 employees. Students, that's how I come from.
Yep.
270 students.
If we're down 270 employees, I'm in big trouble.
I know.
So, yeah, but no, yes, we are down.
So you're probably down 300 at least from when high school was built.
More than likely. More than likely, that's been a long trend, yeah.
Been a long trend.
Yep. So, but if
I
you
think
look at
the numbers, I think it's like that all the way across, it's not just here.
Yeah,
Well, that's
it's
right.
statewide, every school district
Especially
in
rural
Kansas
districts.
Rural districts.
is
Yeah.
declining. The only ones that are consistently growing are in the Kansas City to Topeka corridor.
I mean, the difference in our as of now, difference between our kindergarten class and the class we graduated, I was looking at the wrong one, is 106 to 90. So I mean, that's a chunk of kids there. We picked a couple up. Only down 10, so not bad.
yeah, the last 5-6 years have been in the 90s or just over. So it's a lot different landscape right now than what it was in the past. So it brings on some difficult topics.
I do think, and I can't remember who was speaking about it, but I think it was a gentleman that mentioned our class sizes, and it's really gotta be looked at because we have kindergarten, like 4, or like 7, and then the other classes in grade. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I think looking at restructuring or consolidation or something here is going to be important.
Yeah, it's coming up.
filling those positions at Washington.
We'll do the bond first.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, anything else on the enrollment? Okay, next up, policy update.
Yeah, so in your packet, the policy came up when we were discussing handbooks earlier this year about the substantial portion of the day and the language and how that affects our attendance. And so put some notes in there for you, just saying kind of from elementary to secondary, how that language might change, which would benefit how it's looked at enrollment whenever we're doing attendance. Currently, the elementary schools do AM and PM attendance, and so they count whether somebody's there in the morning or in the afternoon. So the thought process is for 2 hours would be half of that time period. So that would be a substantial portion of the day. And then obviously in the secondary schools, they are counted, their attendance is counted each hour throughout the day. And so typically when Ellie is talking to athletes, if somebody misses half the school day, then they usually do not participate. And so that goes with the language you have before you for secondary schools for 4 hours or more of the school day. So that is just open for discussion and potential policy language change to match what we have going on.
So, I mean, I'm looking at an absence of 2 or more hours is considered an absence for a significant part of the day. What's that mean? So if I have a dentist appointment and I get at 8 o'clock, so I can get back as soon as I can, I get back at 10 o'clock. Am I gone for the whole day or?
You want to talk elementary attendance?
Elementary or secondary?
No, high school.
I thought you said the 2 hours.
High school is 4 hours.
Yeah,
Where does it say? That's
It doesn't
what I'm
say that
missing.
in the
Somewhere mine
policy.
doesn't say 4 hours.
No, not in the, well, in that language right there on the agenda, it says that, but not in the policy
Not when I
itself,
click on it and go
doesn't
to it, it
say-
still says 2 hours.
Yeah, the policy itself doesn't specify between high school and
Correct.
elementary.
That is correct. Yeah.
And it says 2 hours.
Yeah, so there's not a change really. We
Right,
need a
so we
change.
need to change it
We need a
to,
change.
yeah.
Correct. Sorry if I'm
Okay.
not being clear. Yes, that is correct.
I just. What?
So in the packet, the existing policy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we did not.
Change right there.
Yeah, I just put language in there for you guys. We can go through and actually redo the policy. If you would like us to, I just wanted to get discussion from you on whether that is the way you want to go.
So where should I have seen that?
Which part?
In the agenda.
Yeah, he has it blocked in the agenda.
So when I go to my,
Go to your agenda and it's in the, under
It's
the
in-
policy update 2.5.
It's in my notes.
okay,
You don't have to click the link, it's just below it in the box.
it's okay, I believe it. I just saw it for it. Oh.
So you don't need action on that right now?
No, we can bring it back. If that, I just wanted to get discussion on it. If you want to I can bring it back in October for official, where we have the actual change on the policy.
For some reason.
If the board's comfortable with that.
Yeah, I think that makes it much more clear.
Okay. Okay, we will bring it back.
Okay. Next up, work session for closing or repurposing a school.
Yes, last month, the board requested for this to be on the agenda so that you could schedule a future work session to discuss this. I believe last meeting, everybody was concerned with, spending time on the bond and discussing that factor first. And then, but did want to put a work session in the future, at a future date to have that on the calendar. That's how I remember the conversation.
You are correct.
So
Will you make that date?
we can set it together while we're on the same room. Unless you want me to send out for dates by email, and I can do that too. It's just sometimes it's easier when everybody's together.
What do you guys want?
So
Wednesdays is always good for me,
Wednesday is not good.
or Mondays. Mondays or Wednesdays are good for me.
After JV football gets over with.
When's that done, do you remember?
Um, 20th. Nope, 27th, October. I can do Tuesday.
I can miss that.
Is this something we wanna do under this board or do we want? No, just a thought. I'm fine with it, I don't know.
I think we can get the groundwork going.
What was?
That's true.
She said, is something we want to do under this board or wait and see?
You're gonna have at least one new board member
Oh.
in a couple months. But like Brandon said, we can at least start discussing it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
And lay the groundwork, gather the information, and then maybe the
be
next
available for
folks
the
will, the next folks won't have to be wading through as much information.
Yeah, I mean, I think we do need to start the discussion.
Okay.
We always put it off and for some reason or another.
So sooner than later? Or,
Yeah.
okay.
I can come whenever. I'm not getting vacation.
So you said not JV football, so
I'm looking at October, and I'm actually, October, November, I'm pretty open so far.
I'm looking at October. You wanna do it before the next board meeting, or do you wanna do it?
I don't think this.
I don't think it
Nope.
matters.
Okay.
No.
So then.
Are we talking about, is this just for us, or is this for the community?
Work session.
Okay.
So October 27th is kind of mid between October and November. Is that too late?
I'm fine with that. Everyone else is fine
Oh,
with
we're
that.
doing JV thing, but it.
Oh, there is a JV game. Okay.
Yeah, it's a home game though, so.
You want to do the
We
Tuesday
can wait till after
instead?
the election, or the election if you want. That makes it less.
Tuesday the 28th.
You wanna do what?
Oh,
We
go to
can
the,
wait till after the August if you want to make it less confusing. If I don't, but
that's a decent point too.
Let's keep it on the agenda to talk and we'll just look at it in the next board meeting or something.
Okay.
That work for everyone?
Schedule it next month.
I'm fine with scheduling it. I mean,
let's just schedule it.
Your November open, okay.
that's the
Let's just
problem.
schedule. Let's
I
schedule.
don't,
What's that?
Let's just schedule it. That way we know.
Schedule it in November.
okay.
Okay, let me look here.
The board meeting's the 10th. So you wanna do it the 3rd or the 17th, I guess, huh?
17th or 18th or?
The 24th is getting into Thanksgiving, that week.
17th.
That works for
Yeah,
me.
do the 17th.
That works for me.
All of that.
Not good?
No, I thought she said she couldn't.
No, she said she's good.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm
Beginning
good.
of the week.
6 o'clock again?
Monday.
6 o'clock,
Should
Monday
be
the
really
17th.
That's the week before Thanksgiving,
I got it
that
on
work?
my calendar, that's right after the
November
conference.
17th.
at 6 o'clock.
That would be
right?
great,
Yes,
because then
yep.
new board members can at least even come and
Yeah.
share.
Okay, November 17th at 6 o'clock.
Okay, next up, admin reports. They're all hiding.
Is that everything you want to talk about?
Just happy to be going strong now after a few weeks of trying to get into the hang of, protocols, procedures and everything. But also just wanted to have an opportunity to tell you guys that I think that we have an amazing team. I think that all my teachers are there, and I don't think anything would stop them from being there because they're there for the kids. They love the kids, and I couldn't be more proud of every one of them. Lunch ladies, custodians, secretary, teachers, paras, everybody doing an amazing job. And we've got great support from the instructional strategists. Already in my building for sure, we've had a lot of value added big time. So very grateful for them, and then very grateful for Chad and Adam. I feel like I'm emailing you guys all the time this year for one reason or another, but I think that I think our school's doing great. I'm very proud of everybody.
Piggyback that. Just sitting out here. We've been here. We've just been out here. It's kind of disheartening sometimes to hear all of that and be called bottom of the barrel.
knowing that's not how we feel whatsoever. We have hardworking people that come every single day. I have 4 kids. As a parent and as an administrator, I have 4 kids that attend this district, and I'm very proud of the district. So I disagree with so much of the things that were said, and I don't think we're bottom of the barrel. I think we have hardworking people that are in it for kids 100%. So.
And I agree with that too. I think we have amazing people, amazing families, unbelievable kids. Our staff, our teachers, our paras, upper admin, everybody that we work with, all of the cooks, the bus drivers, everything. They come to work every day because they love what they do. And it's hard to hear the negative things when you see so many positive things, in our curriculum, our standards. We are above what we need to be. Yeah, do we have improvements? Absolutely. But I've been a lot of places, and what we have is we have family and we have people that care. And you can't find that a lot of places, but you can find it here in Wellington.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If I could add one thing too, they help each other, so I don't know if you guys know, but I do not have a custodian. And the middle school custodians come over and help a couple of days to get ready for open house. And then the custodian from Eisenhower and the custodian from Kennedy come over and helped out on that Friday before Labor Day and cleaned my building for me. So not only do we have great people, we have people who step in to help. Don't have a social worker now either, and so some social workers from the other buildings have come over and are helping us out. So we have great teamwork, we have great people helping each other, and I'm sorry, I'm proud to be here. So wouldn't trade it for anything.
Is that anything?
You know? I don't wanna be the only one not to say it. I mean, you guys are hurt, me being new to, I second what these guys have been welcomed with open arms by you guys. Anytime I see one of the board members out in public, you always come over and talk to me, I appreciate that. From what I see in my building, our teachers are there every day. And, whether we get a new roof or it's leaking buckets, we'll be there teaching, working our butt off for your kids, trying to help them be successful, and I can promise you that.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate the kind words.
Okay, I guess, board member comments. Andrea?
I don't have anything.
I don't think I have anything. Off to a good football year.
Appreciate all the words. It makes us feel a lot better. We're in this seat and appreciate it. And we know you all work hard, so that goes across the whole district. So thank you.
Seems like the year's off to a good start. It was a memorable football game. I do want to point out and say a special thanks to our coaches. I saw Meeks today and didn't mention to him. I want to thank him and Ellie if she's still around. Nick Strobel, who is a physical therapist here in town, and Dr. Cooper Stewart, who were out on the field when there was a horrific injury. Wellington EMT, thank you so much. That was like a well-oiled machine. I always say that it takes a village to raise a kid, and I always feel like Wellington has a real strong village, and we showed Collegiate that we're gonna take care of their kiddos too. So prayers to Landon, hope that he literally gets back on his feet soon. But just thanks to everybody involved to take care of that situation and make sure everything was handled well.
Did we ever get do we know what happened, what actually was the injury?
Yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was bad.
Yeah.
Knee.
Dislocation, multiple fractures is what it was. He had surgery today and he's in good spirits. So,
Just only have a couple things. First, Ellie and Coach Meeks, I like the new uniforms. Those look sharp. I appreciate the change. The other thing is, I'm doing my part to keep the doors open in this Wellington district, because my son had a little boy a week ago.
Congratulations.
Braxton Watley.
Watley?
Watley.
That's different. Nice.
So you want me to put attendance 5 years out until?
Go ahead, Mark,
Perfect.
he'll be back.
Just want to say it's been a learning experience. I've talked to a couple of the board members, the administrative staff, and it's been very helpful. I've learned a lot in the last month. Yeah, I got a lot more to learn, and I know there's a lot of issues brought up. Some are very valid to be addressed, and I think it's on our agenda anyway, so I'm here to assist the board and the community and be sure that our children get educated and it continues to be a fun place, a good place to work for our staff.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start off by saying the bathrooms at the high school are the cleanest they've been in years. So, that's really awesome. You clean the bathrooms?
I do.
You know how I felt about the high school bathrooms, but anyway, they were clean and they've been for a long time. And I wanna thank, Brian Ewing, because we had that email, I don't know if everybody got the email from Renee. And so Brian kind of explained all that, what they had to do for that. So, I want to thank him for that, and, I did talk to Meeks about the locker rooms, cause I wanted to see, what they thought, and, they were, everybody thought they were okay, a little bit small, but they used them and they worked out fine, so.
I'm sure they liked it. I'm sure they liked it this last week.
It wasn't raining, what'd you say?
I'm sure they liked it this last week.
Remember I said one time it's rainy and muddy, what if that's going to bars, and you're like, oh, that won't happen. Very first game, oh my gosh. But our grass is so nice now, I don't know that very many people were muddy at all. But anyway, yeah, so I wanted to make sure if there was anything that we needed to do, and he was pleased with them. Okay. I guess that's.
On the community building, the locker rooms, how is the sound barrier between the two?
That's a good question.
Couldn't hear the other team at all.
You couldn't?
Really? Yeah. He said, you knew they were over there, but couldn't understand. He goes, I kind of forgot they were there. So,
Awesome.
yeah, it was,
I was
I
kind of
think that
wondering.
middle is big enough that it doesn't reverberate that much, so.
I was kind of wondering why Collegiate walked in the old way through the north, because Meek said they were gonna have to walk across the bridge, no matter what, because it's intimidating, but anyway, it was fine. There's something on the internet, and I hardly ever go to rants and raves, but somebody brought it to my attention. Did anybody see, okay, I'm not even gonna bring it up, because I don't know what it was exactly.
I don't know, I've been blocked from most things on rants and raves, so I can't tell what's happening.
We're not working with anybody else, something that, okay, I should have it brought up. I'll bring it up next time if I see it again. It was kind of strange. It wasn't negative or positive, it was just that we're working with this company and it's all gonna be good and.
Oh, I think I saw that too. I don't think it said that we were. I think they were offering it. It was a new business in town, something coming to town, but there wasn't an actual function.
Yeah, I should have known that before.
I can tell you this, Pat. One of the gentlemen that was here tonight saying really negative things about the board and the district, I personally emailed and offered for free to take that gentleman around the district myself, give him a tour of all the bond things and all that. And my understanding is that information is not being shared with people, only negative things. So we do try to do good customer service, support our people. If people have concerns, if people feel like there's waste in the district, then they should probably schedule a meeting with me instead of just saying those things. So
I think someone
be
said
happy to support.
that anybody could just come in and teach and they haven't been in the classroom. I mean, from preschool on up, it's hard.
Mhm.
It's hard. And if you don't love it, you don't stay. That's why we have such an opening for teachers, because they've just left. The ones that are still here love it. I'd go back in a heartbeat.
So when you're reading rants and raves, it's not all on there.
Yeah, I just, that was something just strange. Okay, I think I'm good.
Okay. Thank you. All right, executive session, our first one's gonna be legal matters to include Chad, Adam, and Darcy for 25 minutes. We'll resume at 8:10. 10.
You want me to add, legal counsel to that as well?
And
Will be
legal
in that
counsel,
meeting?
so Chad, Adam, Darcy, and legal counsel.
Yes.
We'll resume at 8:10. I need a motion.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No, I'm good. We're back in open session, no action was taken. We're gonna go back into executive session for non-elected personnel to include Darcy, Chad, and Adam for 20 minutes. And we'll resume at 8:30. I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
You're so funny.
Okay, we're back in open session, no action was taken. We're going back in executive session to include Adam with Darcy on standby for 20 minutes, and we'll resume at 8:50.
So moved.
Got a motion, get a second?
Second.
Got a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same.
Not yet.
Okay, we're back in open session, no action was taken. We're gonna go back into executive session for non-elected personnel for 10 minutes. We'll resume at 9 o'clock. Can I get a motion?
I just, so moved.
Motion and second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say.
Those are last year's
Those
contracts,
are
if that's
last-
what you're saying.
No, average.
So
They
average.
would be
We're back.
All right, we're back in open session. No action was taken. We're gonna go back into executive session for negotiations to include Darcy, Chad, and Adam for 20 minutes. We'll resume at 9:20. Need a motion?
I motion.
Second.
Got a second? All those in favor say aye.
Don't give me
Aye,
a
opposed?
Musketeers,
Second.
Well, no, I don't.
because I just ate yours.
I like Snickers.
There's one over here. They're still here, I figured they don't want them.
and there's some Three Musketeers.
And I know where Chad
No action was taken. We're going back into executive session for negotiations, include Darcy, Chad, and Adam for 15 minutes. We'll resume at 9:35.
So moved.
Motion, get a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Just a long week.
Yeah.
I know.
Say that very often.
We're back.
All right, we're back in open session, no action was taken, and we're on to consent agenda.
I would like to amend the consent agenda to add the admin contracts as presented.
I need a motion,
So moved.
motion and a second. That's your motion, that's your second.
Yeah.
All those in favor
Who's
say
second?
aye.
Who's second?
Bob second.
Okay, yes.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same.
Okay. Okay, approve the minutes of the August 11th meeting. Approve payroll and bills. Payroll, $271,615.69. Bills, $2,625,386.26. Personnel, approved new hires. Alicia Conwell and Edgenuity High School. Joe Newman, 8th grade assistant football coach, middle school. Dakota Rod, 7th grade assistant football coach, middle school. Andrew Kirkpatrick, 7th grade assistant football coach, middle school. Samantha Rodriguez, para, Washington. Emily Conklin, critical needs para at Lincoln. McKenna Probst, assistant volleyball coach, high school. Katie Taylor, at-risk teacher's aide, Kennedy. Caitlin Francisco, 9th grade volleyball coach at high school. Cassidy Brungart, Stuco sponsor, high school. Rika Muth, critical needs para at the high school. And Melanie J. Rowe, para at the middle school. Approve resignations. Connor Finch, 7th grade assistant football coach, middle school. Riley Corson, social worker at Lincoln. Amy Steiner, para at Lincoln. Ashley Wells, custodian at Lincoln. Approve transfers and position changes. Lori Albert, critical needs para at Eisenhower to speech para at Eisenhower. And Emily Deniston, critical needs para at the high school to speech para for the district. Approve superintendent to attend the AASA National Superintendent's Conference in Nashville on February 11th through the 15th. And approve the admin contracts as presented.
Okay, need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Got a motion, I need a second.
Second.
A second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed?
No.
All right, and that concludes the meeting. We're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Do you want to keep these?
I can.
Okay. Unless someone else. Yep. I trust this.
We have to decide, do we